Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a bunch of results over the past weekend. We had a lot of results from the Japan side as well as our first BCS for the 2023 season. Bunch of people who have qualified for Worlds, so congratulations to them. We're going to cover all the results and just kind of see how the meta evolves from the JP side and obviously how it will change throughout the BCS season. If you guys need any coaching, my Metafy is on the bottom right hand corner. Feel free to book a session and we can get started. So we're going to look at the Vanguard Deluxe in Kagoshima. Very few Gandivas, and I think Gandiva is now a deck that is starting to kind of drop off. So this is the top 8 deck breakdown. So a lot of, collabs taking, I guess, the center stage. A lot of Token Rambu, and then obviously, the introduction of Bastion Accord. These decks are like, pretty even with the likes of Willista and Gandiva. So, you expect to see this once, some of these stuff come into English. That's what is essentially going to flood the standard metagame. Then the top 4 teams. So we had the first team bringing, I don't remember the guy's name, but one of the other swords from Token Rambu, Gandiva and Munechika or Mikazuki. Second team brought Gandiva, Vanguard and Willista. Third brought Hexa Orb, Dote and Magnolia Mask. So this is one of the new decks from the latest set. And then the fourth team bringing double Bastion. So they brought Willista, Bastion Accord and the old Grade 3 Bastion. So very interesting that, a lot of creativity in obviously the ride lines. Not actually sure how much different the Grade 3 Bastion deck is to the Bastion Accord deck. But maybe they're just playing it because, the ride line has to be different. So yeah, that's Kagoshima. Then we had the Season 3 for the WGP in Korea. So 2 Mikazukis, 2 Zorgas, 1 Prison, 1 Omina Gruzio, which is the Mask Dragon, Vanguard and Mask GREDORA Mask. And then the top 4 was 2 Mikazukis, and then Prison came third with GREDORA coming fourth. So GREDORA, I think previously it won first place. Not sure if it was Korea, but yeah, GREDORA again, getting a result. Very cool to see. And then jumping to the WGP Season 3 in Surabaya. So this is in Indonesia. So 3 Willistas, 1 Gandiva, 1 Magnolia Mask, 1 Orphis, 1 Mushi King, and 1 of the new Tegria coming out in set 11, soon to be released in English. Then the top 4, so first was Willista, second was Gandiva, third Willista, fourth Magnolia Mask. Again, Magnolia Mask, one of these new decks coming into the format and, taking results, which is good. That's what we kind of want to see. Have the meta kind of shift a bit, but, Willista is still good, very stable deck, and to be honest, I'm not even surprised that Willista won. So yeah, that's a big, I guess the big 2 decks to look out for, Willista and Gandiva for the BCS season. But yeah, that's pretty much how it went down in Indonesia. Then we also had the Season 3 in Singapore. So a lot of the WGP Season 3s going to happen around the world. 2 Bastion, 2 Mikazuki, 1 Gravidia Mask. Very cool to see. 1 Orphis, 1 Yamambagiri, which is one of the other swords from Token Rambu, and 1 Mushi King. Then the top 4 was first taken by Bastion, second Mushi King, third was Token Rambu, and then fourth was Orphis Mask. Orphis Mask actually didn't see a lot of results in the Vanguard Deluxe. So seeing it become 4th place here, very cool to see. And then now we jump into the BCS season. So the first BCS held in Toronto. I heard a lot of, crazy stuff that happened there. A lot of, really cool results to see. And yeah, we're about to see one now. So 3 Gandiva, majority of the player field played Gandiva in the top tables. With, the one-offs in Willista, Zorga, Chronojet, Hexor, and Majesty Lord, so MLB. I think in the previous video for the tournament results, I depicted that we'll see Zorgas, we'll see Jets, we'll see Gandivas and Willistas. And 75% of the pie chart is actually filled with the decks that I depicted. So this is pretty much the big 4 decks to kind of look out for in the BCS season. If you can't beat these 4, then it's going to be a rough road for you. But yeah, jumping into the top 4 now. So first place was taken by Gandiva, second was Zorga, and then the third place was MLB. Big shout out to this guy. I saw the deck. It was very similar to the one that topped in Malaysia for WGP. I think it was like last season or something. Very, very cool to see, you know, MLB taking it against the likes of Gandiva, and then fourth was Gandiva. So congratulations to the 3 people here making it to Worlds, being the first people to qualify for this Worlds. Very, very cool to see. Then we look at V Premium. So V Premium, it's a little bit different. I think there's like a lot of really good decks at the moment, but the one deck that I don't see on here is Luard. Very interesting that we don't see Luard though, because I think Luard is like one of the best decks in V at the moment, along with the likes of Ange, you know, Leopold, Tavas. Like those 3 are like really, really good decks along with Luard. But you know, 2 gold paladins, so both of them being Gurgit, and then you have Ange, Steam Maiden, Leopold, Tavas, Junai, and Vanquisher. Then in the top 4, so taking first place, Henry Gross. I recognize this name because I think I played him round 1 at Worlds last year. So congratulations to him coming first place with Ange. And then second was Sergio. Again, a, you know, multi-world finalist, coming second with, I think, one of his favorite clans, Gold Paladin. And then third was Creation Wen. So he's also a multi-world finalist. So coming third with Steam Maiden. Pretty cool to actually see Steam Maiden kind of play it out, you know, obviously after the Enterana hit. And then just coming short, fourth place was Leopold. And then this is the interesting bit. This is where we kind of see with the history collection how the premium format kind of blows up, all right, or evolves, so to say. But the fact that I see 3 Mega Colonies and 3 Link Jokers taking what, 75% of the pie chart, that's absolutely crazy, right? Now, I mentioned in my premium tier list video is that Mega Colony, if it catches people off guard, it will, you know, start or become a counter in the middle of the season, right? So it either becomes, you know, a really good deck to start off with, or it will catch people by surprise in the mid-season. So Mega Colony being, you know, so highly represented at the start of the season may see a huge drop in the middle, because essentially how it works is that Mega Colony either surprises people who are playing superior core decks and absolutely thrashes them, and then the meta evolves into a very hand-oriented meta. So, you know, the likes of Narukami, Bermuda Triangle, anything that calls from hand, right? Or it's the total opposite, right? Then you start with a lot of superior calling, you know, the likes of Grand Blue, Dark Irregulars, like all these like other decks, right? And then once the format kind of develops, everyone kind of knows what they're, you know, up against. Then Mega Colony comes in as like a counter pick to, you know, the already solved-ish format that has been established, right? So in this case, it's the first, you know, situation where Mega Colony takes it by storm, and it is, you know, the most highly represented deck along with Link Joker. Both of these clans are control decks, and very bizarre to me because, like, you know, maybe it's because people who know what the Toronto scene is, the people who are going, like, bringing these decks were good decks, right? It's going to get you to the top tables, and if you're playing control against control, there's obviously one control deck that is, like, drastically better, right? And as you can see, GREDORA. GREDORA is, like, probably one of the best control decks in the game, yeah? So now that we think about it, right, if the season continues like this means that in the middle of the season, you will see a lot of hand-oriented decks, or decks that can beat Mega Colony, you know? Decks that can farm and then just ride and call from hand, such as Bermuda Triangle, Narukami. You'll see a lot of, you know, counter picks to Mega Colony if people find that Mega Colony is just this deck that, you know, is so established now, people will find counters to it, right? And then, you know, once people find the counters to it, then you obviously find the counter to the counter, and then you see the, I guess, the spike in Mega Colony again at the end of the season, right? So keep this theory in mind, because I think this is a very important take for anyone who is playing the premium format at the moment. And it is definitely something that I think when you get to the middle of the season, you'll see a drop in Mega Colony and you know, you see a lot more Narukami or, you know, hand-oriented decks there. Okay, so yeah, jumping into the top 4. So first was taken by GREDORA, and then second was a DP. DP doesn't care at all. Absolutely does not care about Mega Colony ever. It just one-shots, kills you, and call it a day, right? But I'm not too sure what happened here. Maybe like, you know, the DP didn't get going, or, you know, the GREDORA absolutely drew the nuts or whatever. I'm actually not too sure. But, you know, respect to both players, you know, coming first and second, getting their Worlds invite. That is the best part about this, right? Third place was Alec Goff with Chaos Breaker. And then fourth was Peter Van Allen, another guy that I definitely know. Pretty big name in the scene, coming fourth place with GREDORA. So yeah, that is pretty much the recap of all the tournament results. I think leaving the premium one to the end really highlights, you know, what the premium format is going to initialize as, but might not necessarily be what it will be at the end of the season. All right, so yeah, if you guys like this video, pop a like, comment down below of everything that we, I guess, went through today, all the results, what you guys think was very interesting, what you guys thought was a bit eye-catching. And, you know, I thought the most eye-catching one was the MLB that, you know, came third place. That was pretty cool. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.